Ladies and gentlemen, this is Convo with the Head. Yes, my name is Kwadwo Sheldon. The Head is big for a reason. Now, on this episode, the conversation will bust your mind. It will inspire you. It will motivate you. It will put you in a situation, or it will make you think about things differently in life. Because, see, in this world, whatever you put your mind to say, you go do them, despite the situation that you find yourself in, you go do them. And so it is important, say, I have this conversation. I know you have seen articles in your newsfeed with regards to with regards to the person I'm about to talk to, or what we are going to discuss here today. But you see, we will give you the content organic like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode, this man has been called to the bar. Not Chop Bar, not any other bar, but the Ghana Bar Association. Not Kwadwo Sheldon's bar show self, but the Ghana Bar Association. He's a lawyer, Esquire. I wanted to be a lawyer though, but then I ended up doing, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, which is okay. But ladies and gentlemen, big man, how far?
Great, and you?
Everything cool.
Very on it, and you. Thank you for welcoming me as well.
Yes, you are welcome to KSS.
Thank you.
I'm going to allow you to do the introduction because yes, I want my audience to have a feel of what is happening here right now. So, boss man, the floor is yours.
Thank you, and greetings to your viewers as well.
Okay.
Thank you once again for the opportunity you've given me to meet you and also your audience. Such a reputable institution that you run. I know what you are doing, and
thank you.
God takes you far.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm Daniel in Kroma. Kofiche. Yes.
Are you related to the footballer?
No.
Wait, his name is also Daniel Kofiche, right?
Yes.
The same name?
Yes.
You are not related?
No.
But you played football. I've read about you.
Yes.
Nah, there's some link somewhere, but we'll get to that. Anyway, so yes.
Yeah, so I had my basic school. Actually, I went to 3 different basic schools. When I was seeing, I went to basic school in Maoli.
Maoli?
Yes, and also Springs Preparatory School as well.
Maoli, hold up. Do you know there's a guy here who attended Maoli, right? He will not allow us to rest. Every day I attended Maoli. Scanty.
Yes, allow it.
Yeah.
Yes. So after that, then when I lost my sight on the way, I went to WA School for the Blind for 2 terms, and then I transferred from there to a Akropong School for the Blind.
Okay.
In Ekrapim.
Okay. Thereafter,
I proceeded to Ekrapim School.
Yeah.
Of course. Also did my SHS studies over there.
But but you say, so at some point, then you did see.
Yes.
What happened?
I was in, I think, class 3, class 4. And there was a time where in classroom and I was going through some scripts. My English teacher gave me a script to go through and mark for the students. So I was marking and there was this colleague or mate who came around, and the moment I raised my head up to look at who entered, at that time it was break time. So the moment the person entered, I raised my head to look at who is that, who has entered the class. And the person used his hand a fist to hit my eye, the left one. Instantly, I passed out.
Okay.
So they have to take me to the hospital to see what is happening, and they realized that no, there was something wrong. And the fist that was used to hit my eye actually has caused the eye to bleed. So they told me not to go to school for a while, but I wasn't used to staying at home since childhood. So the next day, I chose that I'll go back to school and at least learn what is. At that time, we were about to write exams, so I wasn't in the position to miss. So I went to school the next day, and the same day or that day, another colleague of mine or mates also did similar thing to my right eye.
Wait. I don't understand. So the first one,
yes.
What did you do to the guy for him to hit you that like that?
The first time was a lady. The second time was a man.
The first one was a lady?
Yes.
She just hit you. For what reasons?
There was no reason.
She just came to stand at your place and hit you?
You don't know whether she was passing or because at the moment I just raised my head at once, then the blow came.
So you went back to school.
Yes.
At that point, you could see, right?
Yes.
But you went back to school, and another person came.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
So did you read? I mean, did you read any spiritual connotation? I don't know, because people would sit back and analyze this thing from a spiritual perspective. Because first food no be food, second food it's like you are overdoing it, and it's like they are targeting one specific, like as a specific place on your body. Was that thought?
Well, people had, but I'm always a practicable type of person.
Okay.
I just look at things in the ordinary sense and leave the spiritual for God to handle.
Okay.
So people thought that people had that thinking, but I didn't think deep into that aspect. Rather, I took it that maybe even there is even a spiritual thing that is happening. Maybe the devil's plan to make that happen. I had that belief that every plan of the enemies that goes against you, I believe that God takes that plan and change it to positive to favor you.
But these people, I mean, did they do anything to them, punishment or any form of or just vibes?
It was normal. You know, those days, why will you find the system was not that much as widely known as today, that things will go viral and then it will go to the police and all that. But I wasn't even in a position for them to punish them. I wasn't. I think I just took it. Let's move on and see how life would. But eventually, it didn't even happen at one. When the second time my eye was hit. I was still seeing partially.
Okay.
Until we went to do operation. As of today, I wouldn't advise anybody to do operation in this country. Unless you are very satisfied of the doctor who is going to do the operation.
Do you believe there was an element of medical negligence?
I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
So that
I think so.
They couldn't get it right.
They couldn't get it done. So eventually the operation affected the retinal on the eye. There is a rope that connects the eye. So it affected it completely, and that caused the eye to go off. And they told me that they told me that I will not be able to fix it in this country.
Oh, okay.
But since then, I've not made any attempt to go, because the last time I even tried to find out in even US how much it will cost if you want to go and try such attempts, it was very expensive. So I just told that, okay, let me just relax and finish what I'm doing here.
So there is a hope that this can be rectified.
There is a hope.
But so you basically don't believe in our medical system, because they basically subjected you to this and later told you to go out there and fix it.
That is what's happened. But I think it's not the entire medical system. Probably there could be some error that happened on the part of the one who did the operation. Yes.
Okay. So schooling, you are that kind of person that don't want to stay in the house. Yes. So you, after all these things, you were still in school.
Yes.
What kept you going? Because, bro, it's not easy. Yeah. I'm looking at the system that we are in. If it were to be in other jurisdictions, there are structures for everything.
Yes.
With this our system, you have to right now you have to do it like times 100. How?
Yeah, so actually, when I was young, my dream was to become a surgeon, a medical doctor, or a pilot. But when I lost my sight, I got to realize that a visually impaired cannot do science and maths in this country.
That is a law, or what?
No, the facilities are not there.
Okay.
The facilities, because of how you use the equipment and all that, practically you can't do science and maths in this country unless abroad.
Okay.
So I have to force myself and change the profession I want to do. It wasn't an easy thing. So I actually stayed at home for over 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, before I came that, looking at the fields available, the one that is closely to what I want to achieve in the future is law. So then I have to go and do law. And that's why I changed my dream to become.
And law too is not easy.
Yes, it's not easy.
Because Ghana law there, it's not easy.
Yes.
So walk me through, because you've basically University of Ghana, Ghana School of Law, and you have been called. There are people that went through it and they were not called to the bar. I'm not trying to make mockery of them or subject them to ridicule. You went through it, succeeded, and you have been called to the bar, despite all the impediment, the challenges. To someone especially like you, how were you able to do it, like transition from the University of Ghana system to Ghana School of Law system? Were there like structures in place for people like you, or it was just you finding your feet or your way out there?
Okay, so before I talk about that, I would first of all have to maybe give a big commendation to the then director or coordinator who was in charge of special needs on University of Ghana campus.
Okay.
Dr. Wu. During the time I went to University of Ghana, there was no chance for a visually impaired to read law as a first degree program. You have to go and read political science or something like that and come and do law as PFD or with first degree, what you call it. So it was through this woman that actually gave us the opportunity, works very tirelessly to give us the opportunity to start the law. So I was one of the first 2 people that started law as visually impaired LLB.
Okay. In University of Ghana?
University of Ghana.
Okay.
And it wasn't easy. When the opportunity was given, we have to prove a point.
Okay.
So we went into the class. They brought some documents on a paper sharing that people should start reading, and I was just there. Nothing.
You can't read it.
Yes,
You can't do it.
So
And it's just paper. There's nothing to aid you.
And they were also writing on the board. So I didn't know what was going, projecting things. So I just told myself that, okay, let me just get in touch with one of my mates who was the assistant school prefect at Kwadwo then. Luckily, we've all gotten admission to read law. So I got in touch with him that this is the situation. He's aware already. So he has to gradually help me to fix something out. So he started reading for me. When they bring a document, he reads. Sometimes he will type it out. Sometimes he would record and send it to me and all that. So sometimes if there's, they bring the material and maybe today, the student read it, I would get my own maybe after we've dealt with that material. So I'm always behind.
You're always behind?
Yes.
God damn.
So
bro?
It wasn't easy. So I have to find a way to make sure that they scan all my books that I'm supposed to read. At that time, Braille is off. So we use the laptop.
The Braille is off?
Yes, we're not using Braille again because it causes problems, marking problems and all that.
Oh,
so
okay.
we stopped using Braille and we use the
Till
laptop.
today, they've stopped?
Yes, people use it, but it's out of date.
Oh, okay. All right.
I scan all my books that I need to do. If they bring a material, they take it to the appropriate quarters to scan, and then the following day, it sends to me. So that's how I started reading with my laptop. And I have to make sure that because I was far behind, about 2 months behind the class, I need to reduce my sleep. So I started sleeping 3 hours a day.
3 hours?
Yes, 3 hours a day. So that I can catch up, and I do 10 hours of studies in a day.
At that point, what were going through your mind? Like, because as I said, in other jurisdictions, systems and structures are supposed to aid you to make sure, say, all these things, you get it on an easier platform. But you had to do more to get, at that point, what was going through your mind? Was there like a time that you go like, Charlie Law and cry.
Definitely. There was a time like that.
Yeah.
By I don't know, my first semester, my results was not that encouraging. I'm a type of person, I don't know what is failure. So when I saw a C and a B in my results, so I actually even called my parents and told them that I wouldn't want to do the law again. But luckily, I got the dean at that time for the law school, Professor Kwashiga, was also very instrumental.
Okay.
Spoke with me, gave me a little bit of guidance. You know, at that time, when we went to school, they shared advices. A student has a lecturer to be advisor. I couldn't get one. I don't know what happened. So I have to find my way to speak to the dean at that time to help me. And later on, they gave me to Professor Atuguba to also help me. And so that's how come I got the encouragement back. And from the second semester, that's why I started performing. I actually got direction as to how to go about the studies, do my double reading a day, do my 3 hours sleep without food and all that.
Without food?
Yes.
Why? That was
there was no time to go and eat. Because your students are reading, they can just take the book and scan through with their eyes and get what they need. You have to read, listen to the voice and read everything from page to page before you know what to do. So you don't have that time to...
But going through all these things, what word would you put in for things to actually, like for like institutions like this to put in structures that would aid people? Because the fact that I am blind doesn't mean I shouldn't study law.
Yes.
The fact that I am blind doesn't mean I shouldn't do science. But even from the SHS side, you can't even do science because there are no facilities like that. What did your heart top way they won't make them do? Because you are a pioneer.
Yes.
You are like the first 2 people. You are part of the first 2 people that they used to start this whole thing.
Yes.
What word are you putting in to make sure, say, the people that are coming, because right now you are a point of contact and reference for people that are in similar situations. What word are you putting in to make sure, say, some of these things, like, you know, it's going to make it uncomfortable for you people?
I think government needs to do a lot of investments. I have to rely on a lot of private people that I met personally on my way through my own ways that I could meet them to help me out. So government needs to, because there are a lot of equipment that we need to buy to assist the visually impaired to study. Some include a smart pen. If you have a smart pen and you're in the classroom, you can just use the pen to show on the projector or the whiteboard, whatever that they are writing on. It will capture everything and you're good to go instantly. We need a Pearl camera. The Pearl camera, the moment you get the material, you just put the material under the Pearl camera. It will take a shot of it. You start reading instantly. So, but these things are expensive. We can't get it here. So government needs to invest in these things and probably install them at the library. So that when you get your document, you can easily go there to scan. It's not that you're going to need for somebody to do the scanning for you, do editing. At that time, the material they're using is already gone. You are behind. So those equipment are very important. Then vision glasses. If you're able to get all of these set up, it will help. And at Ghana School of Law, they did massively well. They also tried their best to get access to the Pearl camera to help to some extent. And they need to also get somebody who has gone to the training to be as a special need coordinator. So that the person can also be there to do a lot of the work that the librarian have been doing to assist.
From senior high school to Ghana School of Law till you graduated, you held positions, served on boards. How were you doing it? Combining with the academics, like you were finding it difficult even putting your feet or establishing your feet somewhere like that you wanted. You were basically everywhere.
Yes.
Legal advisory board. How were you doing? And how did you get yourself involved in some of these things?
Yes. When I lost my sight, I told myself I have to find something that would distinguish me from the rest, so that I can be relevant in the society. So I told myself I'll train myself to be a multitasker. So everywhere I find myself, I make sure to multitask. And when I got to the university, I said there are positions in the school that I have to occupy. And I know that this world, how our educational system is in the country, the certificates alone wouldn't help. Even if you apply for that you want to get a job, they ask you any leadership experience, any job experience, anything like that. So you have to also make sure that you do something on the way. It was about planning and self-discipline. Whilst I'm learning, I know that I have about 10 hours to read in a day. I know I'm left with 11 hours in the day because I use 10 hours to sleep. So I make sure that I find some extra 5 hours within the day to use to do other activities that are not related to the law. So I started getting in touch with some of the people that were holding positions like the SRC president at that time, the General Assembly speaker at that time and all that. And gradually they saw how I think, how I do things. And that's how I started standing for these elections and all that for me to get to those positions. And when I get it, I don't disappoint. I always make sure that
you deliver.
Yes, I've never even taken a pin of the SRC money before, though I served on various ways.
But other people have taken it.
Definitely people take allowances, but I never took.
You never took?
Yes, I never.
Why?
I needed to achieve something, not about the money.
Okay, so the experience was important to you.
Yes.
Legal advisor, campus of School of Special Needs.
Yes.
What were some of the initiatives that you initiated to help people in your situation?
So during our year, we have something called bursary.
Bursary, okay.
That the state has been given. I think some 345 states a year. Which is not enough though, but it wasn't something that always come consistently. So we tried our best to put measures in place to find out how it will work so that they can be bringing it consistent. Unfortunately, when we started the measures, COVID-19 came in. So it couldn't complete. But we also worked hard to get what is called ProTour. Working efficiently for visually impaired, because ProTour is there are taxis on campus that is a taxi group. Okay. So we got them in place, said that they can come around and pick any visually impaired special need person to his destination that he wants to go on campus without paying for it. That's one of the things that we did. And also we also worked hard to get some of the rooms. There were problems with some of the rooms. Our facilities, when you go to campus, you have a single room as a visually impaired in the traditional halls. But it was difficult for a lot of people to get these rooms because of obviously some of the seniors were many. So we needed to work hard to also make sure that at least some of the specific rooms on the various halls will be reserved permanently for special needs. So these are some of the things that we actually did.
Okay. Are you practicing now?
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the challenges? Are people, the way our society is set up, maybe I'm not going to take a blind person as a whole lot of things.
Yes.
And how our people behave and some of the things that they say about people in your situation.
Yes.
But the stigma, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So what are some of the challenges?
Actually, when they called me to the bar and I think they posted it on various social media platforms, I read some of the comments and people were saying, "But how can a visually impaired stand in front of a lawyer, a judge, and see what is happening and be able to?" It was a little bit amusing because I've actually handled a lot of cases on campus litigation, and so it wasn't difficult. But I think it's all about you yourself, the visually impaired. You have to position yourself and say that you will convince people because, as you said, the stigma is already there. People will find it difficult to believe that you, the visually impaired, can do something. Even those who have gone to the school, educated and literate people, have even struggled. How much more those who have not? But you position yourself well and you make them believe that you can do it, and your work should show. Yeah. So and then where you also work is also important. Teamwork in this profession is very good. So the place that you are working also counts a lot to take it. But I don't think it's difficult for me because so long as I've been able to go through all this, and if you check my results, at Mokola I had Ghana School of Law, as I say, I had 7 A's.
7 A's
and 3 B plus out of the 10 courses I did.
The final
all the Mokola, you do 10 courses.
10 courses, yes. 7 A's
and 3 B plus.
That's right.
And my University of Ghana, I was second class upper. So the law has never been difficult for me ever since I finished my first semester in University of Ghana.
It's just the structures that are not there that you just
exactly. But even through that, I was able to find my way out. The only thing that got me down not to even get the first class was my final year 2 courses that I got a B plus. So I think the law has not been difficult. The practice, I don't think it will be difficult. Because I know what I'm up to.
Inclusive practices in our system. Where you go put them on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you feel like we are there yet, or we still have?
We are not there at all. I'll say 3.
3 over 10.
Yes.
And
oh yes, we have even the Disability Act that was passed into law in 2007. Up to date, that law has not seen the light of day. That law actually makes it possible for us to have an integrative, inclusive system in this country. So every building is supposed to even have systems put in place to accommodate special needs people and all that have you. But we
don't see that.
No, that is not working. It will be difficult for us to even do that because I don't think government has made a lot of commitment to that level. But I wouldn't also blame the government because it's very costly. So I think if various NGOs and all that come into place, that's what you can get. Because if you go to abroad, a visually impaired can move alone without anybody helping.
Yeah.
The systems are working, the GPS are working, the rules are clear.
Yeah, GPS na do will be there.
So it's a challenge that we have. I have a colleague who is in US, visually impaired. He's part of NASA.
Oh, okay.
So he did science and maths. Here you can't do it. When
food science grant me.
Yeah, so it's a challenge. We need to actually dedicate ourselves to do that. I think if we do that, we'll get there.
So would you want to move out of the country then? Because where the conversation they go, they say, "Oh, person here Japanese view."
Oh, not necessarily, but I think a time will come. I have to go and do my masters and come back to the country. Yes, I actually have a long-term dream in this country, so I think in 2060, that's my dream.
That's your dream
to at least replace the first in Nkrumah in this country.
Hey, Charlie.
Yes.
Brilliant. But then apart from the academics, the legal stuff, and what be other things the way you're interested inside?
I follow a lot of space, things that happen in the space environment, aviation. I also do football. I listen to football. I watch football. I play football.
You play football?
Yes.
Who is your favorite footballer?
Currently, I don't have.
You don't have?
Because it was CR7, but
CR7. He still plays football.
Not as.
What's in Saudi Arabia out there?
I just check their score line. That's why I don't follow.
You know, okay.
Yeah, but I'm a Man U fan. Oh, unfortunately,
you were a Man U fan.
Yes.
Oh, the greatest football club in the world. You people should sit there and just be doing your face like that. You know what I'm talking about. Manchester United. So who's your favorite Manchester United player?
Those there now.
Please don't tell me you don't like them because you don't like any of the players now, right?
Oh, those there now. My current player will be Ten Hag.
Ten Hag is a coach.
Yes, he's a coach, but he's a player also for me because the players are not doing anything.
Hey, okay. So he's the one doing all the playing and the coaching.
Everything for me. Yes.
Oh, but what do you think? I mean, they'll go do it. They'll go stop all this abysmal performance.
The leaders would have to go, or they have to change their mentality. The Glazers.
The Glazers for left.
Yes, or they have to change how they think. The business is good, but you have to invest in the football. And I don't know who is advising them because look at how Man City and those clubs are doing. They are investing in the football and they are getting the names. So you can imagine Man U with this big recognition. If you invest and the team is doing well, why won't you still get the money? So I don't know why they are reluctant to invest.
But they buy players and the players come and they do spends, like Anthony.
So they've not put in the right people in place to buy the players.
Sporting director.
Yes, Man U don't even have a sporting director.
Hey.
Big clubs today have sporting directors. The whole Man United don't have. So how do you expect to compete with Newcastle, Brighton? I'm not even going to mention Man City. How will you compete with them?
If you go inside, chairman feel vex and talk to you. Manchester United is stress everybody. If I come pro, we invite you to pro so that I can blast them for us because we are all going through it. But apart from football, what be your taste in music like?
Music, I listen to all genres.
Okay.
Except hip hop.
Hip hop. Oh, yes. You don't like Lil Wayne?
No.
You don't like Tupac?
No.
Biggie?
I don't like their music.
Oh.
I don't know the reason, but I just don't.
Is it the content?
No. I don't enjoy their. I listen to Cool, Celine Dion and all that.
Okay, but do you listen to Afrobeat?
Yes, I listen to all of them.
Are you a fan of Burna Boy?
Yes. I like his music, but
Sarkodie.
Sarkodie is my fan.
Okay, so your top 5 Ghanaian artists?
Not in respect to other. Sarkodie, Blacko.
Hey, Blacko. Yes. What's your favorite Blacko song?
I like all his songs. I don't have. He's too good. He showed how you can rise up as a young person. So Blacko, and I also like. If this woman was alive, he would have been my number one. But unfortunately,
who?
Oh, we all know the woman that died.
Ebony.
Exactly.
Oh,
he was my number one. But
may her soul rest in peace.
Definitely. So Stone Boy.
Oh, our boy.
Yes. And then
beautiful.
Kiddy.
You have a great taste in music. So, great taste. Anyway, so right now you've passed through the system despite the impediment. You've been through it. You've excelled. You've graduated. You are a lawyer. You are doing what you love. You understand? Yeah. For people that are coming up and they are in your situation, they look at you and go, we also can do it. What words of encouragement are you throwing out there for them? Say, yes, look at me. And you were all over the place when you graduated. And people saw your story. They were motivated. They were inspired. You understand? What word of encouragement or words of encouragement you go throw out there? Give people that are coming, that are in your space. Because you could have just said, let me just sit at home. Yeah. But you did not give up at that moment. You thrived in high school, university, went to do your LLM.
LLB. Okay. LLB. The LLM is the master's.
LLB is the degree.
The degree.
Then
yes.
LLM is the master's.
Yes.
Okay, so that is when you graduate to become the lawyer. Yes. So what words of encouragement you go throw out there for us?
5 things. That's what I used. One, the ability to be teachable. You have to open up to learn. From even if the person is below you, when you are speaking to a person, learn from the person. Even if you argue with the person, take something from whatever that the person was saying. That's one. Perseverance. No matter how the difficulty is, no matter how people look at you, persevere. And when you persevere and you have that purpose in your mind, you can prove them wrong. That's the second. The third I'll mention is self-discipline. Structure your life. This is the time I sleep. This is the time I will learn. This is how I will do. You have that self-discipline as part of you. And then build a formidable friend group.
Networking.
Yes. You need that that is like a non-negotiable requirement. Because the friends around you are so much important that they can help you in everything. From the beginning to now, my friends are always with me. So you need your friends around you to really help you. And without them, you cannot succeed. And the next I'll mention is the ability to multitask. For your sighted colleagues can do other things on their own. They can do everything that they want to do at any point in time. You are a little bit limited due to your impairment. So if you're able to multitask, it puts you apart. It separates you from your sighted colleagues for them to see that you can also do something. So that when they need somebody to help in something, they can also remember that there is this person, though cannot see, though cannot hear, there is something unique about him that will bring him about. So I think you need these 4 key things I've mentioned. And the last one I'll mention is smartness. You must develop your intelligence. I believe that intelligence is not given by birth. You learn. So you read, you watch videos, do things outside the profession. Me like this, your channel, I watch it almost every day.
Beautiful.
If I don't always have a time, but I normally, because at first I watch it during the daytime, but now because of how I'm busy, I watch it after 12.
I appreciate.
So always I'll make sure that at least all the videos you do in there, sometimes you do 5 videos a day and not I watch.
Yeah.
It's because there are news inside there. So you don't need to focus on only the books, but listen to those things. Even if you can, I don't like the political news all the time. So I listen to other news because we've highlighted political news all the time and there are things going on in the country we actually don't know. So you follow these kind of news, you listen to them, watch those videos, and you learn a lot and it opens your eyes as well. So when I listen to it, I ask myself, okay, so this thing, what is the legal thing that could come out of it? And I pick something from it. That's how I learn.
Different perspectives.
Yes, I don't just listen to it and laugh. Yeah, I laugh, but after that, I ask myself, so this thing that Sheldon has put up, this thing that this person has put up, what are possible legal things that could come up out of it? So you listen to those things, be current, read world news and all that. I think if you do that, how you talk, how you put up your conversation, all that will show you that you are different. Yeah, so that's what I'll say.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Kofi Chere Nkrumah Esquire. You have to add that because law school in this country be very, very hard. Bossman, thanks for passing through to have this conversation with me. I appreciate your time and the effort that you have put in this. And we are proud of you. You are an inspiration to a lot of people, you understand? People will read your story, see your videos and go like, okay, all right, we have to go out there and do, because despite the situations that we define ourselves in, still, there is a way, there is a hope way you go fit. There is always a way out of every situation, and we are proud of you because law school, and your science, and then but yes, thanks for passing through. We appreciate you. May God bless you. And yes, I don't Crawford type preference on person we see you. Me that you for talk because in Crawford how much me go carry almost and carry. But what legal advice you could give a person like me where are they in media?
In terms of what specifically?
In terms of I talk about people. What legal advice you could give me? This is just pro bono.
I think I'll say that you are doing your work.
Okay.
I think anybody who wants to see you, definitely you are doing your work. I don't think you put up information without backing it with facts or without having something. So if they have something against you, the only thing I think they could come against you is probably defamation.
Defamation. Okay.
So always, if you are putting up your story, you just have to watch around those lines of defamation. So even if you say something that you are not 100% sure of, the choice of words that you would use could save you from, because sometimes there are some ways that we communicate. If you becomes what's called truth in defamation and fair comment. How you put up the statements can show that you have those defense available to you. Fair comment is a defense, truth is a defense. So I think, but you are doing right, and I don't think you are on the wrong point. If there is anything, you can just look for a lawyer and you'll be safe.
I'll look for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Convo with the Head with Mr. Daniel Kofi Chere Nkrumah Esquire. Share your comments in the comment section and just...
Yeah, so before I'd like to also say a very big thank you to I think some key people. My parents, my family are number one. They've been very instrumental throughout the years. People think there is money. I saw comments say there is money at home. If there's no money, you can't. No, it goes beyond that. Sometimes I have to learn without any resources. So they've done a lot. And the Ghana School of Law staffs, the registry and all that have done a lot, because to handle me from that time that I got to straightforward from the materials were not there, the resources were not there, but they did a lot. The then Dean of the University of Ghana, Professor Kwashiga, and then Kamila Tuguba and Dr. Who I mentioned have all done amazing work. And all my friends have done well. Thank you for everything. And I'm grateful for the opportunity you've given me to come and meet you and then your cherished viewers.
Thank you. We also thank you for passing.
I think the people should be comfortable. If they need a visually impaired to offer them any legal
service,
they should always feel comfortable to meet any visually impaired who's a lawyer out there. They will even get better services. Those who are around us in the legal fraternity will tell you what we are capable of doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Convo with the Hair, subscribe to the channel and see you on the flip side of things. We out.